Hey Live, it's Marriage One-on-One with the Gilliard. My Lord, it's been a minute. I know it's been about, golly, almost 3 weeks, with everything going on with the corona and, just trying to get things situated. It seems like every day we're running into each other. Yeah. Like, oh shoot, we just missed Monday. So we back from almost a 3 week stretch. So our topic for today is single mentality. Where you have a husband or wife, a lot of times when you first get married, sometimes you still have that single mentality, think, oh, I can still hang out with the fellas or still do things that you did when you were single. So we're going to be talking on that today. And a lot of times that happens a whole lot, man, especially when you first get married, because it's like a transition. I don't care if you've been with this person for a while, after you then say I do, things begin to change. It don't be the same like how it was. I know for people, to be together for 10, 15 years and then just deciding to get married, and it still be changes, and they've been staying in the same house. So, but you can't have the same mentality and as a single person and you're married. You will have so much issues and problems inside in your marriage. So those out there that just in a relationship and y'all thinking about getting married, or you just newlyweds and stuff like that, know that you can't do that same mentality as a single man. And sometimes it's a little difficult for the men to really transition in that. And realize like, now it's a little different. You can't roll the same way that you used to roll. You can't do the same things that you used to do. In a way, you can still keep some of the things that you do, but you just gotta be respectful to your spouse. Like, now if you got a bunch of single friends and you just getting married, I think you need to try to start finding some people that's married to, try to hang around. I'm not saying like just dump your single friends, but single people gonna do what single people do. So if you married, you can't do what the single people do if you trying to keep your marriage. So what's your intake?
I basically everything you said was correct. You can't keep that same type of mentality. A lot of people do that because they feel like marriage is just a piece of paper or whatever else like that. But it's not. It's very much so a greater commitment than being with just a person for so many years or whatever else like that. So you have to get out of that single way, or this is the way I did stuff, or I'm going to continue to do me, basically. Because when you're single and you're just dating, you can do you. Like, you can do you whatever way you want to do. But you have to really get out of that mentality, because it is totally different. And it's not right. Like, to me, it is a level of selfishness or whatever else like that. Because why would you even go as far as getting married and doing all that if you still want to do you?
Yeah. And I think, with some people, they'd be, they've been together for a long time, and they'd be like, well, I'll just keep it how it is instead of even making that commitment to get married. And I think sometimes that's just to me, it's like a cop out, to really say, okay, I'm committing to this person. You done been together that long, you may as well go ahead, because a lot of times you want to hold on to stuff that the things that you do, like if you club or party or stuff like that, you're gonna have to be limited on that. But my thing is it more important to be with this person and make a commitment to the things of this world? You get what I'm saying? Or make a commitment to going to the club every Friday, or whatever the case may be. That's the first thing come on top of my head about the club. So you really can't do the same things. You really can't hang out and stuff like. I mean, I ain't gonna say hang out because you still can. I ain't mean to say hang out. On this topic, when we talking, I'm thinking about when Martin and Gina first got married on the show, and Gina gave Martin the beeper.
Oh yeah.
So and then the first night he got home, he went to play pool. So you know what I mean. That was just an example that came to my head, y'all. So what is y'all intake on this right here? Do you feel like it's okay for you to continue to, you know what I mean, do have that single mentality? Because you know in some relationships it might be, well, you do you, I do me, and we do we.
What? What is that? What is we do we?
That means I do my thing, you do your thing, then we get home, we good.
But then why get married?
Yeah,
That's
I'm just saying.
point.
Yeah.
I understand, but I'm just asking, like, why get married if you still want to do you?
Yeah.
Why? Like, it don't. It's a waste of money. It's a waste of time.
Yeah.
Like, don't waste nobody's time when they could be absolutely, positively happy with somebody else that wants to build with them. Like, you're wasting a person's time. I'd be very upset if I was with you for years and then we get married, then next thing you know, you still doing the same thing. I'm wasting my time because basically, I guess people look at it as like you're settling down. Yeah, you're settling down. You're settling down to, I think, what I want to say, people still want to be young. So if I get married, then that seems like an old type of thing, but people still want to be young. So being single and being able to do you could be, you're free to kind of do whatever. But if I'm married, then I'm not settled. I mean, I can't. I'm not young. That's how I guess. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not that young person or whatever else like that. But you could still do you.
Yeah. I guess that'd be kind of crazy for somebody to have a mentality as, oh, if I get married, then I'm an old man. Or I'm an old woman. But I know some people may think like that. That's
like they can't do what they want to do, but you can still do it. But you have to do it in reason, like with respect, with it. Don't go out there and be embarrassing your spouse.
Yeah. So you can't. You know what I mean? It's things just gonna happen. You know what I mean? You got to change some things when you make that decision to get married. You can't just say, okay, well, I'm just the way I am, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? If I hang out, then I'm gonna hang out regardless if I'm mad or not. But you still have to have respect for one another, and they won't bring extra problems that you're already gonna have in your marriage, or extra things that's gonna come. So it's best to try to avoid as much confrontation as you can. Sometimes, you know what I mean, if you're like how I've been like I'll say a street dude. Like I used to like to hang out and club and all that stuff. And when we were, just boyfriend and girlfriend, and I know that when we got married, I was already saved. So a lot of those street things that I left behind, but you still sometimes have that, still want to hang out and feel like that's where all your fun at and stuff like that.
I guess it feel like it's your way of having a break or with your peacetime. What we call it? Like your
me time.
Your me time.
Yeah.
But you can still have your me time.
Yeah. I guess a lot of times the way marriage is put out there is like, well, you get married, but you be on lockdown.
That's it. It's
your life over.
And it's not. It's truly not.
Yeah. But people even have you scared like that when you first get married, boy. Be like, hey, boy, you sure you want to do this? Boy, you could be on lockdown for the rest of your life.
It's not like that.
No. Marriage is work, y'all, but you know what I'm saying?
It's fun.
It's what you make it. Your marriage is what you make it,
right.
man. If you put good things in it, good things gonna come out of it, man. So it's always what you put in it, and that's what makes your marriage work. You bring some negativity or you gonna get negative stuff out of it, man. So,
True.
Marriage ain't a bad thing with the lockdown, y'all. Because most of the time, I ain't gonna lie now, it be the men that kind of be scared of that commitment. I can honestly say that a lot of times it be the men that's afraid of that commitment. In other words, being locked down, cling, cling.
But why? That's what I want to know. But why?
I guess it's just your mindset. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times people, because of their seeing other marriages that may not have worked, or their parents might have been divorced. So a lot of times all that kind of play a factor. You know what I mean? Like if all you seen is bad relationships around you. So you'll be kind of nervous to really make that commitment because you ain't want to go through what you've seen. But one thing that I learned in life, man, even when you see surrounded around you, you see when people getting divorced or people splitting up and all that. But your marriage is what you put in it, and those things that you have seen.
It don't have to be your
marriage. And then you learn from it, like. You look at that person's marriage or that relationship and see where you kind of see where their errors was at, and you stay away from those things. So don't allow somebody else's relationship to hinder yours. Maybe even your parents, like, you know what I mean, you might have your parents where they had a real bad divorce, real bad split up or whatever. And it kind of leave a sour thought in your mind. Don't allow that to hinder you from having somebody in your life that's going to have your back. You know what I'm saying? It's totally different than having a girlfriend or a boyfriend than having a husband or wife. I'm not saying a girlfriend or a boyfriend won't support you or have your back, but it's a greater vow when you then say I do, than boyfriend or girlfriend. Because at the end of the day, you still can, in the back of your mind, be like, you know what I mean? It's more easier to leave if you have to leave than being in the marriage. Yeah. So, but don't allow that to hinder you from making a great commitment, man. Because marriage is, like I say, is what you put in it. And great things can come out of marriage. It's good when you have somebody that supports you, that's there with you thick and thin. And a lot of times you ain't gonna get that out of no girlfriend or no boyfriend. So I see a couple of people on. What's y'all opinion on this? What's your questions on this topic? Having that mentality of being single. Have you dealt with it, or have you or it might be dealing with it right now? So, what's y'all intake on this topic? Because it happens a lot, man. It happens real often that a lot of marriages split up, a lot of relationships split up because of that person really, you know what I mean, still having that mentality like I'm single.
Yeah, and not only in the beginning you probably will still have an adjustment to it or whatever, but a lot of times it's more so the ones who've been single for a long time that have kind of that type of problem, that transition. Like, say, if you get married later on, not as young as we did, I think a lot of people see that type of problem then, because like you kind of settle in your ways. You're kind of setting your ways, especially when you've been single so long. You're used to doing certain things your way, the way you want to do it. So that's one of the things. So I believe those are the ones who really experience it like that. The ones who got married later on as they got a little older to deal with that so that like single mentality.
Getting married at age like 40 or 50.
Yeah, or like you're really setting your ways, so you want things a certain way. So it's really hard to change. It's really hard for that to change in that person. It's really hard for that person to break out those habits, but you have to do it in order to become. And you be like, well, I waited all this time to get married, but did you compromise? Is anyone compromising in order to to make that marriage work, even though you got married later on.
Yeah, but you definitely gonna have to compromise. But Dennison said, marriage is a partnership. Don't listen to people who experiencing their own marriage, who wishes to pass that experience to you. It's the way that you make out of it. Marriage is a good thing. Definitely so. Definitely so.
It is.
And definitely it's not good. I mean, sometimes you got to be real careful, because you may be in conversation with somebody who, just say you're about to get married, and you talking to somebody who's married, and he be like, hey man, you better not do it. You know what I'm saying? And giving you all this negative stuff. If you're not careful, they'll be able to feed that negativity in you, and now you second guessing, wanting to be with this person for the rest of your life. So you definitely, you know what I mean, got to be careful from, you know what I mean, hearing from people who may give you some negative things. I ain't going to say that every day going to be Sunday, every day going to be a sunny day. No, you're going to have some rainy days. You're going to have some days when you're ready to walk out. you're going to have those days, but it's about, you know what I mean, wanting to build something together. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, definitely so. But we decided to come outside today, y'all, because being in the house quarantining, so we decided to do the video on the outside today. So we continue to pray for each and every one of y'all, those who may have lost a loved one during this time with this coronavirus. We're continue to pray for y'all, and we ask that y'all can continue to pray for us. Yeah, and I went kind of blowing. But always remember, man, that anytime you do something new, you can't always bring the old things in it. You know what I'm saying? So what I mean by that, if a marriage is a new thing for you, you can't bring in your old ways. That's just like if you go on a different job and you're doing something totally different from what you've been doing on your previous job. You can't go and do the same stuff. No, you got to do something new. So if marriage is a new thing for you, you know what I'm saying, don't try to bring all your old ways and stuff like that, because you got to really you really have to have an open mind and be willing to compromise when it comes to marriage, because you ain't gonna always agree on everything. You're not gonna have the same opinion on everything. And I ain't saying that you be a yes man or a yes woman, but you know you found a common ground, and you know, compromise with one another when it comes to your marriage. But you cannot, and I ain't knowing no marriage that work, and and you have the single mentality. If somebody know, please let me know, where you can still have a single.
They kept the single man mentality.
Yeah, kept the same.
They kept it, not
single mentality, and it's working
at first.
Yeah, because sometimes it takes time. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna happen overnight. There's some things you gonna have to work on and continue to work on. I don't care if you've been married 60 years. There's always something that you're gonna have to work on, or something you're gonna have to face. Marriages work, man, and that's daily. You know what I mean? So some days you coming in, you all lovey-dovey, and might be some days like, yo, she is getting on my nerves.
True.
Yeah. But it be like that. So, but you know, once you done say I do, and you learn each other, man, marriage is a great thing. It's a great experience, man. So, but you can't take the single mentality into a marriage. I ain't, like I say, I ain't known for it to work. I don't know. But if it did for somebody, please comment. Or you might know somebody who that work for. Please comment and let us know.
They was the 0.1.
Yeah, 1%. Man, that ain't even that point 0.000.1. So, but yeah, man. So, really think about that, especially if you're thinking about marrying somebody, y'all already engaged and stuff like that. before you really take that step to get married, make sure that you think about that you know what I mean, I can't take those single things with me as I partake in this marriage, because a lot of times you may feel like everything gonna be the same, but it's gonna be some changes and stuff when when you become married, and it's not gonna stay the same as if y'all was boyfriend and girlfriend. And so that's some things that you really want to think about, because you don't want to think about the glimpse and glamour of a marriage and that be your reason to get married. Like, you really got to sit and think, like, this is commitment that you're making for the rest of your life. Because a lot of times people kind of go into it just thinking of the glitz and glamour, like, oh, I'm getting married and stuff like that, or God, she's so beautiful and she want to be with me, so I'm gonna marry her. So you gotta really, you know what I mean, make sure that this is what you want, because it's a life commitment, right? The vow say to death do you part. So
death do you part.
It's a commitment that you got to make for the rest of your life. So don't take it lightly. And my advice I might have heard say this before, but my advice for anybody that's engaged, thinking about getting married, before you get married, seek some kind of counseling. To make sure, please get premarital counseling, and not just jump into it, because a lot of times we used to be like, well, I ain't want nobody in my business or such and such like that, but it will help.
It'll show you what people are at, where that person is at, and how they're really thinking, because most of the time, because they're put on the spot, so they don't have a time to think of the answer. So they have to be truthful, and then both of y'all have to write down what it is at the same time. So you're having to be truthful at that moment. So you'll see exactly where that person at and what they expect a little out of the marriage when you do a premarital counseling.
So definitely get that. I've had people ask me to marry them, and I told them, like, if I'm gonna marry you, I'm counseling you before I marry you. I'm not gonna just because I'm an elder and somebody asks me to marry them, I'm just gonna be hop and do it. But I'm definitely you're gonna get some type of counseling, because I just feel like it's needed, because a lot of times in your relationship, you might be things or discussions that you might ain't even think of, and they're gonna come up in your marriage, and then you will say, okay, we at least in counseling we talked about this, or we skinned the surface on this, so you will kind of know which way to go about it. So definitely, y'all, if y'all thinking about getting married, seek counseling, even before you do it, even doing the what's the thing called? Engagement. You know what I mean? Before that wedding date, seek some kind of counseling. But y'all, definitely, you cannot take your single mentality into your marriage. That's just something that you're gonna just have to let go and get that marriage mentality. And even if you know what I mean, have single friends and stuff like that, you just you gotta set your boundaries, and don't compromise your marriage for hanging out with the fellas or hanging out with your ladies. Don't compromise your marriage, because all that stuff is just bring divorce or bring more division and stuff in your marriage. So definitely don't allow that to hinder you. So and if you're old, at an older age, I like to say older, but if you're at an older age and maybe you're like 40 and you're single, or 50, 60 and you're single, and you want to get into the dating thing, one of the things you really gotta realize, like, all these years I've been single, like, you really gonna have to compromise and do things as a marriage person. So you can't take those single things. And like my wife was saying earlier, I think that's one of the toughest things for an older person to do. That's kind of, once you're 40, you're 50, 60 years old, you stuck in your ways. So it's almost like, hey, we get married, and I know you like this, and I'm like this. Then you just work it, because I mean, you're 40, 60 years and you this way, it'll be, you know what I mean? It may happen, but it's a greater chance that won't happen where it'll be a bunch of changes. But when you're younger, it's a little different. So, yeah. A minute of counseling is their safety. A multitude of counseling is their safety. Definitely so, Brother Dennison. Yeah, it's definitely a safety. Yeah. Oh, my bad.
He just cracked his knuckles. I'm sorry. That irritates my nerves.
That's back to them pet peeves we've been talking about a few weeks ago. Yeah. But we hope that y'all enjoyed it today. We're not gonna hold y'all. Like I said earlier, let's continue to pray for one another. Let's pray for the world. You know what I mean, and really seek God during this time, because there's so much people that's dying and being affected by this virus, and God is able. We just gotta continue to stay on our knees and pray. We ask that y'all like this, share it, go to our YouTube page. I didn't even tell my wife about this, but this is what I'm gonna do. If we get we're gonna do another thing where how we did for Valentine's. So if you haven't subscribed to our page, and then maybe if you did, we're gonna do another drawing. We're gonna do another drawing in May, and in this drawing, I ain't gonna say the amount. But you think I should say the amount?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I'm gonna do a drawing, but
this is new to me.
This is new to her. So listen, those that have already subscribed to our page, and those may have not, if you subscribe to our page and share our page, because we'll see it if you do it, and we're gonna do a drawing, and the person that names get drawn.
You doing two people? You say persons.
Well,
with the S.
Yeah, we'll draw two names. We're gonna draw two names for those that subscribe, and the two names will get $150
a piece.
A piece. I just she looking at me like I'm crazy. Listen, I always believe that if you bless somebody, it gonna come back. It gonna come back anyway. So and I've been really wanting to do something to help somebody during this time. I know everybody talking about the stimulus and all this stuff that's going on, but there's still people that's not working and hurting. So two people that subscribe to our page, next month I'll talk with her and see which Monday she want to do the drawing, but it'll be in May.
Next month is Friday.
Well, you sure right. See, boy, this Corona, boy, you don't know if you're coming or going. But you got to subscribe to our page, our YouTube page, which is Marriage 101 with the Gilliards. You got to subscribe to our page and share our YouTube page. And we're going to draw two names, and each person that's going to get $150.
Only two people.
That's what I said.
That's it.
Two people. This lady crazy. So, definitely so. Subscribe to our page, y'all, like our page. And it's a good thing when we can sit here and have so much people just give us accolades, or just to keep it encouraging them. Because I had one of my brothers call me like, hey man, what happened? Y'all ain't been on for 3 weeks. So I've been like, golly. So that kind of pushed you to be like, you got to continue to do this thing. But like I say, man, the days been coming so fast, and oh Lord, with them kids being home,
it's just one big old day.
That's just another topic. But helping these kids with this schoolwork, I give it up to y'all teachers out there. God bless y'all. But yeah, so you have, listen, I'm gonna say it again. You have to subscribe to our YouTube page, which is Marriage 101 with the Gilliards. and you have to share our YouTube page. And we're gonna draw the names of those that have subscribed. Even the ones that we have previously subscribed to our page, the ones that we have subscribed now, your name's gonna be in the drawing also. So if you want a chance to be blessed with $150, and it's gonna be 2 people that get $150 a piece.
And don't try to make no page and go subscribe, and then it be YouTube.
Now, look, I mean, please be fair, like, but we, you know what I'm saying. So, just spread it out there. But we wanna really be a blessing to somebody.
And you said on a Monday.
Yeah,
the last. We can do it on May 25th.
Okay, so my wife done come with the date. May 25th, we're gonna do the drawing. Those that have subscribed and shared our page, you gotta subscribe and you gotta share. Now, if you just subscribe and you don't share, then your name not gonna be in the bucket. So even those who already subscribed to our page, you still gotta share it. Yeah. So if you want to be blessed,
and then you could screenshot it and then send it to us so we can have proof. Yeah. Because this is $150.
Yeah. So so like my wife said, we had somebody last time screenshot and showed us, but I got it set up now where I see if they
we talk about sharing now.
Yeah, no, if you share it, make sure that you include Marriage 101 with it so we can see it that you're sharing, but we can see any subscriber. So if you want to be blessed with 150, subscribe and share. And you know what I mean, if you got, you know, friends and family that's that haven't subscribed and watch our show and stuff, let them know, like, hey, y'all better go ahead and so we just want to be a blessing. So we thank y'all. It's been a minute, but we glad we're back and we're blessed. So yes. We pray that y'all continue to be blessed. Till next Monday, 5 o'clock. See y'all later. Peace.
Bye.